Hello everyone. So Monday today, and I just thought it'd be a good time to bring up something that comes up a lot. It's not so much a question, but well, it kind of is. But basically, a lot of the time when it comes to training, people's biggest stumbling block is, funnily enough, where to start. So I thought I'd do what I like to do best, and that's simplify it a little bit. So if you're looking for a trainer or a gym membership or a perfect sort of program, what you've got to do is just find something that works for you. And it kind of leads into a slightly different subject. If we look at it this way, we have a habit of, as human beings, and this is something that's come up time and again with all the good, like really top personal trainers that I follow. We have this real bad habit, and I know this, of compartmentalizing things. Big word. So you know, we don't keep things simple. I worked in business a little bit in the past, and one of the things that came up time and again was the KISS strategy. Keep it simple, stupid. And it's true. It really is true. So when it comes to training, I did a video the other week on focusing on the process rather, listening to too many Americans, sorry, rather than focusing on the goal, focus on the process. So really today it's more like, what do you need when you start training? Well, what you need is to build a habit, and what you need in order to build a habit is to keep it simple and accessible, and then over time you build up experience. So I mean, any trainer should be fairly happy to give you a very basic outline of what to do, possibly for free, because ultimately our goal should be to get more people exercising. And I mean, if somebody said to me, and here we go, is a mini program for free, so get ready for it. If somebody said to me, like, you know, what can I do? Clients say to me, you know, about what can they do in between. Some people only see me once a week, some people only see me once a month, some more, but still, if I got somebody that sees me once a month, they're not going to get that fit just from seeing me once a month. I mean, as great as I think I am and all that, but they won't. They just simply won't. What you need to be aiming for is ideally 3 times a week, and that daunts people because they immediately assume 3 hours a week. I've got to get to the gym, I've got kids, I've got this, I've got that, I haven't got the right trainers or the right t-shirt, I don't like the way I look in the gym. You know, there's hundreds of excuses. And again, I mean, without wanting to open up into another big conversation as such that I would talk about for about 6 hours, if we make excuses and we look for the excuses, and essentially we look for the negative in everything, then we never get anywhere. So, as I say, we're kind of over complicating things. We are looking for excuses, and we're being scared, and it's all a bit of a shame. I mean, everybody, in my honest opinion, and I can't see how anyone can contradict me on this, needs exercise and training of some description. And this is again where people are going to be like, you know, but what do I need? And you know, I can remember in the past, like, looking for all sorts of different workouts and looking at what weights I need to lift. You know, the Wolverine workout to get Hugh Jackman's body, even though I'm not Hugh Jackman. And you know, what did Sylvester Stallone do when he trained for Rocky, and all that sort of stuff, because everyone wants to look good, and that's okay. I mean, of course, you know, that's what we want to do, but just keep it simple. So if you don't exercise, or you exercise minimally, you know, you don't do it very often, then why don't you just kind of like plan to do it first thing in the morning? So again, you plan to do it first thing in the morning. You put your phone on the other side of the room, you put your gym clothes next to your phone, you have to get up, you're out of bed, you're stood next to your gym clothes, so it's like, okay, well, I might as well do something now. And again, this is what I was talking about with a simple program. So why don't you spend the first 3 to 4 weeks, there's a very good guideline. And again, I'm keeping it simple, and I'm keeping it simple based on the average person who isn't exercising, or may just be exercising once a week, once a month, once a fortnight. Just go for a walk. And it's as simple as that. I did a video a year ago of like, just get out and do something, and I'm reiterating that point. Just start off by going for a walk, because if you did that on Monday, Wednesday and Friday, then you never know, you might even end up doing that on Saturday as well. Or you could go and do park run on Saturday. Who cares if you can't run an entire 5k in one go? You work up to that, but that's the point. And what you do is you know, everyone's got a smartphone or a phone or a timer or a stopwatch or something. You get your headphones or whatever else, and you don't necessarily need distractions, but maybe you could just kind of listen to the birds sing if it's early in the morning. But you just time yourself. You go for 10 minutes, and then you turn around and come back. So that'll be another 10 minutes. So that's 20 minutes. So that's 3 times a week. So that's an hour a week. So that's how great I am at maths. But that's an hour a week of activity that you weren't doing before. And then if you get bored of walking, you could maybe, as you walk, every bench you walk past, you could sit down and stand up off it. So essentially you're doing half squats. And then after another week, you might get bored of just doing lower body because you're walking and you're squatting, and you think, well, actually I'd like some muscles in my arms. So what you do is you put your hands on said bench, and every time you walk past said bench, you put hands on it, on the back or on the front, depending on how much of a challenge. So obviously hands lower down, more of a challenge because of more leverage. You step your feet back, try and keep your body in a straight line. You squeeze the hell out of your muscles in your bum and your tummy, and you drop down and do a press up. Now everybody knows what a press up looks like, and if you really need to know, then send me a message and I'll show you, or Google it. And do 5 press-ups. So now you're going for a walk for 20 minutes, a month in. You're going for a walk for 20 minutes. You're probably doing it really early in the morning, so there'll be no one else out, so there won't be the whole embarrassed thing. You are doing 10 squats and 5 press-ups at every bench you see, so depending on where you are. So you've got the beginning of a program. You do that for a couple of months, and then you can advance it. Maybe that walk then becomes a run. Or maybe it becomes a 1k run and a 1 minute walk until you do your 20 minutes, or maybe it becomes half hour. Or again, there's a free thinking of it, and it really is that simple. It doesn't have to be over compartmentalized. It doesn't have to be silly or complicated or unrealistic. It just has to be that. So you set your alarm. And a little trick that I like is I pick a silly song. So I've got Hearts on Fire, the training theme from Rocky IV, as my alarm. I have that on the other side of the room, so that blares out first thing in the morning. I don't really consider myself a selfish person, so I tend to get out of bed fairly quickly and answer my alarm, because I don't really like waking my wife up that much because she might beat me up. And then I'm there, and then my stuff's ready to go. So I go for my 1 mile walk, and that works incredibly well for me. It's the same on a Saturday when I have my long run. I get everything ready the night before. I set my alarm, I get up, I have some breakfast, I lay back down and read for another hour and a half, let the porridge go down because it's going to be a long run, I need a bit more fuel, and then I go for my run. There's like a time, I just go for it because I've built that habit, I've built that routine, it's ingrained into me. And yes, in the beginning, any habit is hard to build, but that's the point, is that you persevere, you stick to it, and you become fitter and healthier, and probably even each session, you'll improve. And you will have the odd setback where you can't be bothered to go out of bed because you had a late night and something came up, but you keep turning up, and that's what you do, because you want to build that habit. And ultimately, it comes back to, if you want to find strength and that habit and workouts and training and get into training and persevere with it and become better, then you'll do it. You'll get up every morning, you'll do it. You'll put these systems in place, and you'll get to bed early, you'll get up for your alarm, and you'll get out. If you don't, if you want to find excuses in everything, and you genuinely don't, then you won't. But be prepared to suck a little bit, because that's all that will happen. Anyway, didn't mean it to end on a negative, but it's relevant. Everybody needs to train. It's good for everybody, it's positive for everybody, it'll make you feel better, it will most likely make you live longer, and it will change your life, I promise. So everybody needs to train. Boom.